USD slips following a much larger than expected contraction in US retail sales in April. Guys, much bigger contraction than we expected. Something like 16% or just over 16% in the headline retail sales. And bear in mind, we were expecting only about 8% contraction in the month. So 16%, a double as much of a drop. Wow. Really shows that the consumer in the US is not in a good state, which shouldn't come as a massive surprise, although the depth of the decline definitely a bit of a surprise, but it shouldn't come as a surprise that the US consumer is in bad shape, because look how many people are unemployed in the US now. It's nearly 15%. And then just generally the state of the economy, just keeping people scared, keeping people cautious, keeping people saving money rather than making purchases. But like I said in the title, USD quickly recovered, and that is the main point of what I'm trying to say. Why has the dollar been generally supported this week? Well, let's go through the three key reasons that I've got. I've got number one, US-China trade tensions have been escalating throughout the week. Today, US putting more restrictions on Huawei, which is a Chinese tech company that they don't like. They think it's a national security risk. They think that Huawei's been stealing technology, which it pretty much has, to be fair. You got to give it to them. But that was just the latest thing this week on the US-China trade front. It's just been very risk off, really, all week in the market. And US-China trade tensions typically have favoured the dollar, as does risk off, because it gets its haven inflows. What's the second thing? Well, Powell, earlier in the week, do you remember Fed Chair Powell on Wednesday? He ruled out negative rates. Didn't completely shut the door on it forever, but he said it's something the Fed isn't thinking about. So anybody betting on negative rates in the US had to quickly pare back those bets, and that did, and it has been assisting the dollar this week. Number three, what was number three again? Oh, I can't remember off the top of my head. Of course, Trump. God, there's so many things supporting the dollar this week. Trump, literally quite a change of tune from him. Yesterday, he was praising the stronger dollar. Usually, throughout 2019, even some in 2018, he'd be moaning about how strong the dollar is, because it's stronger dollars putting US exporters at a disadvantage compared to the euro or Eurozone exporters, la-di-da. And it is kind of true. Like, obviously, when a currency appreciates, that's not good for exporters, because people have to pay a higher price for their goods, so it makes them less competitive. So that's the logic he was kind of going from. However, big change of tune, and that has supported the dollar for this reason. Basically, when Trump used to complain about it, there's a lot of speculation in the market that the US government would attempt to weaken the dollar. However, now with Trump, and that used to weigh on the dollar, by the way, when this kind of speculation was around. Now that Trump's expressed that he is happy with the dollar where it is, and happy with the strong dollar, you can pretty much forget about the US administration stepping in to try and weaken it, pretty much. So that's another thing that's been supporting the dollar, but things going really well for the dollar at the moment, just generally. Let's see how the next couple of weeks shape up. If these US-China trade tensions keep going, we could be in for a strong dollar for quite some time. That is pretty much it from me for now, and I'll see you in the next one.